On the faraway planet of Viridian, the sky was a soft purple color. The sun was setting, making the clouds glow with orange and pink light. The tall buildings of the alien city stood quiet and calm. It was a peaceful evening, but something special was about to happen. Princess Kira stood on the balcony of the royal palace. She looked out over the city and the green forest beyond. Kira was beautiful and kind. Her long hair shone like silver in the sunlight. Her eyes were bright blue, full of curiosity and hope. She was not like other princesses. She wanted to learn about the world outside her home, not just live inside the palace walls. Today was important. A group of visitors from a far planet were coming. The leaders of Viridian had planned a meeting with many different species. They wanted to build friendship and peace in the galaxy. Kira was excited to meet new people. Suddenly, the calm was broken by a loud sound. A spaceship appeared in the sky. It was small and different from the other ships that usually flew near Viridian. It moved carefully and then landed on a clearing near the palace. The people of Viridian looked at it with surprise. No one expected this ship. The royal advisors came quickly to the balcony. Princess Kira, one of them said, "That ship is not from a known group. We should be careful." But Kira smiled. "Let us see who comes out. Maybe they are friends." The ship's door opened and a man stepped out. He looked different from the aliens Kira had seen before. He was a human. His name was Leo. He wore simple clothes and his eyes were warm and kind. He looked around with interest and a little nervousness. Kira watched him closely. There was something special about Leo. He did not act like a visitor who thought he was better than others. He was humble and respectful. Kira felt a strange feeling in her heart. The guards moved forward, but Kira stopped them. "Wait," she said. "Let me meet him first." Leo noticed the princess watching him. He bowed slightly in respect. "Greetings, Princess Kira," he said softly. "I'm Leo, an explorer from Earth. I come in peace." Kira smiled warmly. "Welcome to Viridian, Leo. We are happy to meet someone from so far away." The two stood close but careful. Round them, the advisors whispered. They worried that Leo might be a spy or a threat, but Kira trusted her feeling. She wanted to learn more about this human. Leo looked up at the purple sky. "Your world is beautiful," he said. "I have traveled many planets, but Viridian is unlike any other." Kira nodded. "Thank you. We take care of our home. But tell me, Leo, what is Earth like?" Leo's eyes lit up. "Earth is a blue planet. It is oceans, mountains, and many kinds of animals. The people are different from your people, but we all want to live in peace too." Kira listened with interest. "Do you have kings and queens on Earth?" Leo laughed softly. "No, we have many ways of living. Some countries have leaders, but not like your royal family." Kira smiled. "Maybe that is good. Sometimes I wish life was simpler." They spoke for a while. Sharing stories, Kira learned about human traditions and history. Leo was amazed by the advanced technology of Viridian and its peaceful government. Both realized they had much to learn from each other. The sun disappeared below the horizon. The city lights began to shine, sparkling like stars on the ground. Kira knew this meeting was only the beginning of something important. Later, Leo was shown to a guest room in the palace. Kira stayed on the balcony, thinking deeply. She felt hope and excitement. Maybe, just maybe, this human visitor could change her life and the future of Viridian. The next morning on Viridian, the sky was a bright blue. The city was alive with activity. Aliens of many shapes and colors moved through the streets, preparing for a special event. The royal palace was filled with excitement. Today, there would be a big reception to welcome the visitors from different planets. Princess Kira woke early. She dressed in a simple green dress that matched the leaves of the trees outside. Her silver hair was tied back neatly. She felt nervous and curious about the day ahead. What would Leo be like in the official meeting? Would he still seem kind and genuine? Leo stood in the guest room. He looked out the window at the alien city. Everything was new and strange to him, but he felt a quiet happiness. Meeting Princess Kira had been the best moment of his trip so far. He wanted to make a good impression on her people. and learn more about their world. A servant knocked on the door. "Mr. Leo, the reception will start soon. The princess is waiting for you." Leo nodded and followed the servant. He walked through the long hallways of the palace, admiring the beautiful paintings and decorations. When he entered the grand hall, many eyes turned to him. Some looked curious, some looked wary. He smiled politely and nodded in greeting. "Princess." Kira was waiting near the center of the room. When she saw Leo, her face lit up with a gentle smile. She stepped forward and said, "Welcome, Leo. I'm glad you came to meet everyone today." Leo bowed his head. "Thank you, Princess Kira. It is an honor." The room was filled with important leaders from many planets. They spoke different languages, but a common translator helped everyone understand. The atmosphere was formal but friendly. People talked about trade, peace, and new friendships. Kira noticed how Leo listened carefully to every speaker. He asked thoughtful questions and showed respect for their customs. This made the leaders respect him too. Even the advisors who were unsure about Leo began to see that he was not a threat. After the speeches, there was time to walk around and talk more freely. Kira stayed close to Leo. She wanted to protect him, but also wanted others to see how special he was. As they moved through the crowd, a tall alien named Vorn approached them. Vorn was one of Kira's advisors. He had green skin and sharp eyes. "Princess," he said quietly, "this human is unusual. We must be careful. His presence may cause problems." Kira looked at Vorn calmly. "Leo is honest and kind. I will decide what is best." Vorn nodded but did not speak again. Later, Kira and Leo found a quiet garden inside the palace. Flowers with bright colors bloomed everywhere. The air smelled sweet. They sat on a bench beneath a large tree. Leo turned to Kira. "Your world is so different from mine, but I feel like we understand each other." Kira smiled softly. "I feel the same. It is strange but wonderful." They talked about their hopes and dreams. Leo shared stories about Earth, about families and simple joys. Kira told him about her life as a princess and her wish for peace. Suddenly, a small child ran past them, laughing. Kira reached out and gently touched the child's head. "I want to have a family someday," she said quietly. Leo looked at her with surprise. "You, a princess with a family?" Kira nodded. "Yes, but it is difficult. My people have many rules. Marrying outside our kind is forbidden." Leo's eyes grew serious. "That must be hard for you." "It is," Kira admitted, "but meeting you makes me wonder if there can be another way." The moment felt special. Neither wanted to end the conversation, but the palace staff reminded them that more guests were waiting. As the day went on, Leo and Kira continued to share small moments together. Their connection grew stronger. Other visitors noticed the friendship too and whispered quietly. When evening came, the city was lit by glowing lamps. Kira and Leo stood on the balcony again, looking at the stars. The night sky was full of twinkling lights. Leo said softly, "I did not expect to feel this way on my journey." Kira looked at him and smiled. Neither did I. They stood in silence, feeling the promise of something new and hopeful. Both knew their worlds were very different, but maybe, just maybe, they could find a way to be together. The morning sun rose over Viridian, casting soft golden light on the trees and buildings. Princess Kira woke up feeling a new kind of excitement. Today was different. She had invited Leo to join her on a secret adventure outside the palace. She wanted to show him the wild beauty of her world, away from the formal halls and watchful eyes. Leo was ready early. He wore light clothes that would be good for walking. When he met Kira in the palace garden, her smile was bright and warm. "Are you ready, Leo?" she asked. "More than ready," he replied with a smile. "Show me your world." They left the palace quietly and walked toward the forest that surrounded the city. The trees were tall and full of green leaves. Strange birds sang songs that neither of them understood, but the music felt peaceful. Kira led the way, stepping carefully on the soft ground. As they walked, Kira pointed to plants and animals. "This is the starflower," she said. "It glows at night, and that is a silver fox." They are very shy. Leo listened closely and asked many questions. He wanted to learn everything about Viridian's nature. Kira loved how curious he was. She felt happy to share her world with him. After some time, they reached a clear blue river. The water sparkled in the sunlight. Kira sat on a smooth rock by the riverbank and invited Leo to do the same. They rested and talked about their lives. Leo told Kira about Earth's forests and rivers. He described the animals he had seen and the seasons that changed the world's colors. Kira listened, imagining the places he spoke about. Then Kira shared her own story. She told Leo about growing up in the palace, the lessons she learned, and the responsibilities she carried. Sometimes I feel trapped, she said quietly, like I cannot choose my own path. Leo looked at her with understanding. I know that feeling too. I left my home to explore because I wanted to find my own way. Kira smiled. Maybe. That is why we understand each other. Suddenly, a small group of Viridian children appeared nearby. They were curious and shy. Kira greeted them kindly, and the children smiled back. Leo joined in, laughing as one child showed him a bright yellow flower. The moment was simple and pure. It reminded Kira of how much she wanted a normal life, one filled with friendship and love. As the sun climbed higher, the two continued their walk deeper into the forest. They found a hidden clearing where rare blue flowers grew. The air smelled sweet, and a gentle breeze made the petals dance. Kira bent down to pick a flower and gave it to Leo. For you, she said softly. Leo took the flower carefully. Thank you, Kira. This day is a gift. They sat together in the clearing, feeling calm and happy. The world around them seemed to slow down. For a while, there were no worries, no rules. Only the beauty of nature and the warmth of friendship. After some time, Kira stood and stretched. We should return soon. The palace will begin to look for us. Leo nodded. I understand, but I hope we can have more days like this. Kira smiled. Me too. On their way back, they talked about the differences between their worlds. Kira explained how Viridian's people valued order and tradition. Leo told her about Earth's many cultures and the challenges people face there. They realized that despite the differences, both worlds shared common dreams, peace, happiness, and connection. As they reached the palace gates, Kira's heart felt full. She looked at Leo and said, Thank you for coming with me today. It means more than I can say. Leo smiled. Thank you for showing me your world. I feel lucky. They parted with a promise to meet again soon. Kira watched as Leo walked away, feeling hope and joy she had never known before. That night, as Kira lay in her bed, she thought about the adventure. She wondered if a human like Leo could ever truly be part of her world. She dreamed of a future where love could cross all boundaries. The days passed quickly on Viridian. Princess Kira and Leo continued to meet in secret. Their friendship was growing stronger, but with it came new challenges. Both of them began to feel the weight of the differences between their worlds. One morning, Kira sat in the royal council chamber. The room was filled with tall chairs and bright lights. Around the large table sat the royal advisors and leaders of Viridian. They spoke seriously about the human visitor. Vorn, the green-skinned advisor, looked at Kira with concern. Princess, you must understand that our traditions are clear. Marriage outside our species is forbidden. It could cause great trouble. For the kingdom, Kira looked down but spoke with quiet strength. I know the rules, Vorn, but my heart tells me there is more to life than rules. The others looked uncomfortable. One advisor said, We respect your feelings, Princess, but the people of Viridian expect you to follow our customs. The peace of the kingdom depends on it. Kira left the meeting feeling heavy. She understood the importance of tradition, but she also knew that her feelings for Leo were real and deep. She wondered if there could ever be a way to change the old ways. Meanwhile, Leo faced his own problems. His crew watched him carefully. Some whispered about the alien princess and questioned his loyalty. One day, Leo's captain called him to the ship's bridge. The captain was a serious man. Leo, your interest in the princess could cause trouble. Our mission is exploration, not politics. Be careful. Leo nodded, but inside he felt torn. He wanted to respect his crew and mission, but he also wanted to stand by Kira. That evening, Leo met Kira in the palace garden. The stars shone bright above them. Leo took Kira's hand gently. Kira, I want to be honest with you. My people are not sure about us, and your kingdom may not accept me. Kira squeezed his hand. I know, Leo. I feel the same. But I believe that we can find a way. We must try. They talked for a long time about their fears and hopes. Kira said, maybe love is stronger than any rule. Maybe our worlds can learn from us. Leo smiled. I want to believe that too. But the next day, Kira's father, King Aaron, called her to his study. The room was filled with light from tall windows. King Aaron was a wise and strong leader. He looked at Kira with both love and concern. Kira, he said, I have heard about your friendship with a human. You must remember your duty to our people. Marriage with a human is not allowed. It could endanger the peace we have built. Kira took a deep breath. Father, I respect our traditions, but I also want to follow my heart. Leo is kind and brave. He cares for Viridian and me. The king sighed. Love is important, my daughter. But so is the future of our people. You must think carefully. Kira left the room with a heavy heart. She knew the path ahead would not be easy. The rules were strong, but her feelings for Leo were stronger. That night, Kira and Leo met again. They sat beneath the glowing star flowers in the garden. Kira said softly, we must be careful, Leo. Our worlds may not understand us yet. Leo nodded. I will protect you, Kira. No matter what happens. Their hands touched, and for a moment, the world outside their small garden disappeared. They believed in a future where love could break barriers, but both knew that to make that future real, they would need courage, patience, and hope. Days passed quietly on Viridian. The city moved as usual, and life seemed calm. But deep in the mountains, something was wrong. A great storm was building, stronger than anyone had seen before. The sky grew dark with thick clouds, and the wind began to howl. Princess Kira was in the palace when the alarm sounded. A voice over the loudspeaker announced that the storm would soon reach the city and could cause severe damage. The people of Viridian prepared for the worst. Kira hurried to the command center, where leaders and advisors gathered. King Aaron stood at the front, his face serious. This storm is dangerous, he said. We must protect the people and all visitors on our planet. Leo was also called to the command center. The human crew was ready to help in any way they could. Leo looked at Kira, and she gave him a small nod. They both knew they had to work together. The storm hit the city with full force. Heavy rain fell, and the wind tore at trees and buildings. Power flickered and went out in many areas. The people were scared, but they trusted their leaders. Kira and Leo moved quickly. They organized teams to help evacuate people from the most dangerous places. Leo used his knowledge of Earth's emergency plans to suggest ideas. Kira's people followed her orders with trust. In the middle of the storm, a river near the city began to rise. If it overflowed, it would flood the lower parts of Viridian, including the palace grounds. Kira and Leo knew they had to act fast. Together, they led a group of workers to build barriers along the river. The rain was heavy, and the wind blew cold, but no one gave up. Leo's courage inspired the team. Kira's calm voice gave hope. As the night went on, the storm grew stronger, but the barriers held. The river stopped rising, and the worst flood was avoided. The people cheered quietly, grateful for the effort. When the storm finally passed, the city was damaged but safe. The sun rose, shining through the clouds, and a rainbow appeared over Viridian. It was a sign of hope and new beginnings. Kira and Leo stood together in the palace garden. They looked at the bright sky, feeling tired but happy. We did this together, Kira said softly. Leo smiled. Yes, when we work together, nothing is impossible. The leaders of Viridian and the human crew came to thank them. Many spoke about the bravery and teamwork that saved the city. Kira and Leo became a symbol of unity between their worlds. That day, The people of Viridian began to see humans in a new light. They realized that friendship and courage could cross any difference. At night, Kira and Leo talked about the future. Maybe now, Kira said, our worlds can start to understand each other. Leo took her hand gently. I believe in us, Kira. We will find a way. They knew challenges still waited, but the storm had shown them that together they were strong. The days after the great storm were filled with hope on Viridian. The city began to repair itself. People worked together, smiling and helping one another. The visitors from different planets joined in the efforts, showing unity among them. Princess Kira and Leo became closer than ever. One evening, after the sun had set and the sky was filled with countless stars, Kira asked Leo to meet her in the palace garden. The air was cool, and soft lights hung from the trees, making the place look magical. Leo arrived and saw Kira waiting near the glowing star flowers. Her silver hair shimmered under the gentle light. She smiled warmly when she saw him. Thank you for coming, Leo, she said softly. Leo returned her smile. I would come anywhere for you, Kira. They walked slowly through the garden, enjoying the calm night. The stars above seemed to shine brighter than usual, as if they were watching the moment. After a few minutes of quiet, Kira stopped and looked at Leo with her bright blue eyes. There is something I want to tell you, she said. Leo's heart beat faster. You can tell me anything, he replied gently. Kira took a deep breath. I wish I could marry someone like you, human, someone kind, brave, and true. I wish I could live a life where love is stronger than rules. Leo's eyes softened. Kira, I feel the same. From the moment I met you, I knew there was something special between us. I want to find a way for us to be together. Kira's smile grew wider, but a shadow of worry crossed her face. It will not be easy. Our worlds have many barriers, but maybe, with time, we can change things. Leo nodded. We will face whatever comes. I promise you, I will stand by your side. The two stood quietly, holding hands. The night was peaceful, and the stars twinkled above like tiny diamonds. Kira spoke again. I never thought I would find someone who understands me so well. You make me believe that dreams can come true. Leo looked into her eyes. Together, we can make them real. Suddenly, a gentle breeze moved through the garden, carrying the sweet scent of flowers. It was as if nature itself was blessing their promise. They sat down on a bench beneath a large tree and continued to talk about their hopes for the future. They dreamed of a world where differences would not matter, where love and friendship could unite all beings. As the night grew deeper, they knew this moment was a new beginning, a start of something powerful and true. When it was time to leave, Kira gave Leo a small silver flower. Keep this with you, she said, a reminder of our promise. Leo took the flower and placed it carefully in his pocket. Always, he said. They parted with a gentle embrace, feeling stronger and more hopeful than ever before. That night, as Kira looked out her window at the stars, she felt peace in her heart. She knew the road ahead would be difficult, but love gave her courage. Leo, too, felt a new strength. He was ready to face any challenge for the one he cared about. Together, under the endless sky, two hearts beat as one, dreaming of a future where love could overcome all. The days after the storm passed brought many changes to Viridian. The city slowly healed, and people smiled with hope. The friendship between Princess Kira and Leo had become stronger. They faced challenges, but their courage never faded. One morning, Kira stood in the royal garden, thinking deeply. She knew the rules of her world still stood firm. Marriage between a human and a Viridian native was forbidden, but her heart told her to be brave. She believed that love could open new doors. King Aaron approached her quietly. His face was kind but serious. Kira, my daughter, the people look to you for guidance. You carry a heavy responsibility. Kira looked up. Father, I want to honor our people, but I also want to be true to myself. I believe we can find a way to bring our worlds closer. The king sighed but nodded. You have the courage of a true leader. I will support you, but be prepared for resistance. Kira smiled softly. Thank you, Father. That afternoon, Kira invited the royal council and the leaders of the human mission to the palace. The great hall was filled with important faces. Everyone was curious to hear what the princess had to say. Kira stood before them, her voice clear and strong. Our worlds have different traditions, but we also share dreams of peace and friendship. Leo and I have formed a bond that shows love can cross any barrier. The room was quiet. Some faces showed surprise, others showed hope. She continued, I ask you to look beyond old rules, to imagine a future where people from all planets can live together in harmony. I ask for your trust and courage. Leo stepped forward. I came to Viridian as a visitor. I found not only a new world, but a new family. I am ready to stand with Kira and all of you to build a future of understanding. A long silence followed. Then Vorn, the green-skinned advisor, spoke. It will be difficult to change old laws, but seeing your actions during the storm, your honesty, and the respect you show, I believe it is possible. Others nodded slowly. The council agreed to begin discussions about new ways to bring their people together. After the meeting, Kira and Leo stood on the palace balcony, looking at the city below. The lights twinkled like stars. Kira took Leo's hand. This is only the beginning, she said. Leo smiled. But it is a good beginning. In the weeks that followed, the people of Viridian and the human crew worked side by side. They shared stories, ideas, and laughter. The walls between their worlds started to fall. Kira and Leo's love became a symbol of hope. Young people from both planets dreamed of friendship and unity. Leaders planned visits and exchanges. One evening, Kira and Leo stood beneath the glowing starflowers in the garden. Kira looked at Leo with tears of happiness. We have come far, but our journey continues. Leo held her close. Together, we can face anything. Suddenly, a soft melody filled the air. The people of Viridian had prepared a celebration. Music and light surrounded them. It was a festival of new beginnings. Kira and Leo joined the dance, laughing and sharing joy with all. The barriers between worlds felt smaller. Love and friendship were the strongest forces. Later, as the festival ended, Kira and Leo sat quietly under the stars. Kira whispered, I wish I could marry someone like you, human. And now, I believe that one day, I will. Leo smiled and took her hand. And I will wait for that day, Kira, because you are my world. The night was peaceful. The future was bright. Two hearts from different planets beat together in hope and love. And so, on Viridian, a new chapter began. A story of courage, unity, and the power of love to change worlds.